So today we're going to be looking at the SU-130PM, a tank in which I don't necessarily like, but that doesn't make it a bad tank. I just personally prefer the Skorpion G over this vehicle, and there are plenty of other people that do the opposite. And realistically, it's just down to personal preference of which one you prefer. There's no right or wrong answer here. As you can see, for the past 30 days, the SU-130PM has had 817,000 games played, whereas the Skorpion G has only had 744,000. And as you'll see with the stats, they are basically identical. They have very, very similar win rate differences, they have very, very similar DPGs, and the player win rates combined with the actual win rate is also very, very similar. So really, there isn't a right or wrong which one is better. They're basically just personal preference, as I've already said. Statistically speaking, the SU-130PM, at least regards to Mark of Excellence, is harder, but that also then means that maybe the better players are just playing the SU at the moment. Which, if we go back to the stats, yes, the average player win rate is higher for the SU than it is for the Skorpion G, and that would explain the DPG as well. Even though they're just slight, this is also only very slightly. 2,900 versus 2,700, you're kind of splitting hairs at this point. And to really just drive home this point about which players are playing the tank, look at where the Skorpion is. This has 50.24, so the average player who's playing this is actually better than the 130PM, but then look at the Forest Spirit down here. It doesn't make sense, right? It's just which players are playing the tank, and you really are splitting hairs of which one is better, because there really isn't one. So now that we have statistically proven that it really doesn't matter which one you pick, it isn't one is better than the other, it is just personal preference, let's now move into the equipment that I'm going to be using. Now this thing has a very, very big issue in regards to terrain resistances, and there are some people that say you should use Grousers, but I don't agree in the slightest. If we go onto TanksUG, and I can just show you exactly what I'm talking about, if we put in Grousers, which you're never going to be able to put in the correct slot, so it will just always be without the slot bonus, you go at 57 on hard, medium, and soft. This is without any extra stuff, so you wouldn't have off-road driving or anything like that right now. I will add it in just in a moment. If we were then to go into comparison and just add in a turbo, you'll then see that the hard, medium, and soft are all better for the Grousers, but only by 1 kilometer an hour. And you lose power to weight. And power to weight is something that is very, very important. Because power to weight for going up hills and just getting up to your top speed is so much better than having Grousers. You would actually be faster off the line with a turbo, and eventually, yeah, sure, they will go 1 kilometer an hour faster past you, but how many times do you have that long to get up to the top speed? And the exact same thing applies if we do go ahead and put on the field mods for both of these setups. It'll be exactly the same, but you just lose out the power to weight. Again, going at 65, but on medium, you're 1 kilometer an hour difference, and on soft, you're basically the same. And again, if you fully max this out with food and also Brothers in Arms and off-road driving for both of them, you'll see that now you actually lose out on the top speed for hard because the turbo is now going at 69 in comparison to 65, and you're only 1 kilometer an hour faster if you use Grousers on medium and soft, which really doesn't make sense to go and choose Grousers over a turbo, especially considering you still have that power to weight deficit. And this is why I don't use Grousers on anything, because it just doesn't make sense. The effective top speed is basically the same, but you lose out on power to weight when you choose Grousers over a turbo. Now for the rest of the equipment, we obviously have a rammer, and then the next one is optics. Now this is because the view range on this tank is not very good, and even with optics, we only get 446 meters view range. But that does mean that we can at least spot for ourselves for some vehicles, although if they have a lot of camo, we are in trouble. For the crew skills, I'm just going to run through these very, very briefly, just show you what they are. They're not necessarily in the order that I would choose them, as if I was grinding them, but they're just there to show you what I would choose. Again, these are not meant to be videos that are really, really in-depth reviews. They're just meant to be very brief overviews and then moving into the gameplay. So we have the commander, which is also the radio operator. We then have the gunner, the driver, loader number 1, and loader number 2. So welcome to Steps. Now, this is using the standard loadout that I think most people are going to be using in water tanks. However, I have played already 5 games in this tank, and I have not really had one usable game to show you. I've even done one game where I got 2.6k, but it was a loss, so literally nothing happened. We just sat there waiting for tanks to come in, and then we died eventually. But that's it. And I've come to the realization that at the moment, the maps are so... do you know what? It's not even the maps. I think it's just the fact that I don't like this tank. And I just cannot perform in this tank. And the problem that I'm facing right now is that I want to do a game that's good enough to show you where it's not just then a useless video, right? Because if I showed you those games, the video would have been just completely useless. Where, you know, it was just missing shots all the time, I was just not enjoying myself, I couldn't really decide whether or not I needed to be aggressive. Whereas if you're watching this, then it means that at least the games have gone better, but they've probably not gone exceptionally well. I mean, although I don't know what this Emil 1 is doing. He's just feeding me damage right now. And I honestly feel like it is one of those things, when you play a tank that you don't enjoy, you already have the outcome like in your mind that you're not going to have fun. You know the reasons why you hate it or why you don't like it. And then that usually makes you play worse because of it. I mean, at the moment I could be in any tank right now and I'm getting damage because this is unbelievable. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. I mean, that was never going to hit. The gun on this tank is one of the factors of why I don't like it as much as the Skorpion, though. The Skorpion's gun, for me, feels very, very reliable. And this one just really doesn't. And I know for a fact, though, that is my opinion on it. Because there's other people that would say the exact same thing, but the opposite effect. Where they can't stand the Skorpion's gun because it's so inaccurate. For me, I've not found that to be a problem. I've found that the Skorpion's gun has always been more accurate than this gun. And statistically speaking, the Skorpion's gun is better. But even then, like I've already mentioned about how accuracy is in this game, and a lot of the time it's just more down to whichever one you prefer. And RNG is the biggest factor regarding dispersion and whatnot. Hello. Don't really have a... There is a shot there, but it's not a clean shot. When we have 1.5k so far, it is 4-0 though. I do want to take this shot in a second, but... Okay, the gun doesn't allow me. Okay, it's now time to come down off of this and just see if we can get some more damage, because we need to be a bit more aggressive. So we need the Grom killed. I'm going to load heat. Okay, the Grom is dead, that's fine. Let's now go around this way and see if we can get some more damage done. Again, we're aiming for around about 3k combined. That's what we need to get free marks, which is what I try and aim for with these videos. If I can get the free mark requirement, then we've had a good time. Hello. I would have liked to have shot this, but I didn't know if this guy was loaded or not, so... Not really something I'm going to risk. Not too sure where the Som was gone. Oh, hello. Ah, he's all the way at the very back. What about the 252U? We'll go back to AP. Okay. Let's push it through this way. Oh, arty! Hello! I will always kill artillery. Very, very good. We get 2.1. This is good. Good so far. Again, we need to try and get that 3k. Doesn't have to be 3k damage, just even if it's 3k combined. That's what we need. What about this? Okay. I really wasn't expecting him to be there. And he rolls for 575 as well. Okay. Another thing about this tank that I really don't like is the maneuverability, like the agility of it. It doesn't feel as nice to like move around the map with. And I understand that I don't have the field mods yet, because we're going to be playing with obviously this as if you're like just getting the tank starter thing, but it does feel a bit like a slug. Well, I mean, 2.6k, it's on a win. Not quite the free mark requirements, but better than what I was getting beforehand. But I just don't want to make a video and then it's just bad game, bad game, bad game, and then just say that the tank is bad, right? I want to make the video that, one, that you would watch, because there's nobody's going to watch bad game, bad game, bad game. So it's pointless making that. Also, We earned an okay amount of credits, minus 40k off of that because we completed a mission, but that's very good credit income. But it is one of those things where I want to try and be objective when I'm playing the tanks and trying to show you everything, even if my opinion is the opposite of what many people might think. I mean, we can apply it though. Okay, so for our game number 2, this is a disaster matchup. We're using the Peasant loadout. It's against tier 10s. And we're on a map which really isn't suited for this vehicle. Yeah, one of the main things that you need to really watch out for in this tank, at any kind of sniper tank destroyer that has around about 1,000 health, 1,100 health. I didn't want to block this guy if he was taking a shot. I don't really know what he's doing, to be honest with you. Yeah, I really don't know. Is that you have very limited health. When you meet someone that has 500 alpha, if they high roll, you're dead in 2 shots in this tank, and it's one of those things that you really do need to be aware of. I played games before where I realized very, very quickly that I mean, he needed to be careful about getting 2 shot as well. So, yes, I've played games before where I very, very quickly realized that as soon as you go out into the open and be a little bit too aggressive, you die. Yeah, I mean, that gives us a lot of... I mean, we've already done better damage than the last game in 1 shot. It's pretty good alpha damage, I'd say. What is this game, man? What is this game? But now we just sit here and wait. Oh! Minus 1,100. He just got FV'd. Okay. This enemy team is really not having a fun time, are they? Again, though, we just need to be a little bit patient here. We sit at the back of the map. We wait for the damage to occur. Don't need to try and push in. Don't need to try and do anything. All we need is our team to stay alive up ahead, and we'll put the damage in as and when we can. If they do come a little bit too close, then we can obviously run away as well. But yeah, this is not great matchmaking for us. Because, especially if these start to push, we're in a lot of trouble. Like, a lot of trouble. I'm not too sure what this guy's doing. Oh, hello. He may have spotted me. He didn't spot me. Good. Nice. And then he dies. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Very nice. Where's the thing? Didn't quite get a shot on him. This guy is right here. If he can get some spotting on this, it'll be great. Nomad maybe might be able to do it. I don't want to blind fire it because he's probably moved back after taking his shot. Are we winning the city? Sort of. We're sort of winning the city. There's still an SU-130PM, which we don't actually know where he is. The PTA pushing up. I just need to wait here for a second. See if this guy is here. If he's not here, then I'll push up. In fact, I might just push up anyway. Okay, he's definitely not there. Right, let's go. The game is over at this side. The city's still fighting, but this side of the map we should win completely. We just push forwards. We kill the ISU if he's at the back. And then we can start putting pressure from behind, and then they should be able to win the city. The ISU just killed him. And Leo PTA should spot him in a second. Unless he's maybe run. Has he run away? I don't think he's that fast, is he? There he is. One into him. Okay, nice. I was hoping that I could have a shot there, but I didn't. Then we just push into this, and the game is over. Well, I mean, the ammo rack helped out a lot. I can't lie, but yeah. I mean, even if we didn't ammo rack him, it still wouldn't have been that bad. Another 2k game. Yeah, I don't know. I always just feel like I don't always know when to be aggressive, when to be passive, especially in this vehicle. In this tank, it's something that I need to try and learn. Because there's lots of times where I'm too aggressive and then I die for it. Okay, nice. We get 3 kills, 5k nearly. Yeah, that's an insane game. Okay. And of course we can apply. So yes, this mouse did not have a fun time. I mean, I don't even know what he was doing where he was. Yeah. And after that game, we earn 99k credits profit. Very, very good overall. And as always, just before we head into the last game, we're going to be choosing the field mods. So we go left, right, and right. As you would with every single tank destroyer in the game. And once again, we're on Steps Assault. I don't know if I mentioned at the start or not, but the reason why I'm on EU2 is because maneuvers, and I keep forgetting to change the server. So it's really annoying when maneuvers are on one server and then you get the really nice matchmaking in the other server. But, you know, it's one of those things. We are obviously using the try-hard loadout, and we'll see if we can get some early damage, especially on anyone that's just peeking over this to maybe cross or something like that. This is not the best of positions, but... Ooh, what's the Grom doing? We may be able to get a shot on the Grom. Maybe not though, actually. I can't peek out there because if there's someone that's in one of these bushes, they'll be able to spot me. There's the meow. Well, if we were back in this position when we didn't move at all, we would have been able to shoot that. Yeah, I think we just wait here for a while and just see what happens, because we can't really do anything. We just need to wait. Okay, well, Hawk 30's moved into this position. There is a TS-54 that's pushing down that way. I don't really know what's going on over there and how he's still... Oh, he's not alive anymore. Okay, the ISM is over there. And the T-57... Or Type 57, sorry. I still don't really want to push. Like, the thing is with this tank, I can't really push in and try and help these, because as soon as they spot me, I'm dead. I can't really go this way. I just need to sit here and wait. It's such a boring class to play when you're not very flexible with a sniper TD. And in my opinion, the Skorpion is a lot more flexible than this thing, which is like another reason why I quite like it. Not even just because of the turret or anything like that. Just the way that it feels. Just the way that it feels getting around the map, and the gun, especially. That's why I like it. I do, however, need to try and do something, because we are absolutely doing nothing right now. Yeah, sure. Okay. Maybe I can get one shot in before he gets back into cover. Nope. Because I aimed at a rock. Where is he going? Right, do we go and play with the heavies? I guess so. Let's load our heat rounds and go and see if we can play with the heavies. Just smack some of them with 320 heat, right? Yeah, 320 heat. Which is quite nice. Definitely better pen-wise than the Skorpion. However, I'd much rather have the APCR for sniping. How does that even happen? Like, it doesn't make sense. Oh, whatever. I just take the hit and then put one in. There we go. Okay, apparently he doesn't want to shoot me. And the Skorpions are rolling. That is my alpha damage. Let's see if we can actually shoot this. Hello. So I roll for 498 and he rolls for 426. Which one of us has the 490 alpha damage gun again? Okay, I'm still very aware that there could be other people around there. So I don't really want to push around yet. I'm also quite aware that there could be more people coming this way. Okay. I mean, this was not really worth the trade, to be honest. This is what I mean. I take one shot of damage, I'm half health. It's really quite annoying. Alright, let's go back to AP and we're going to go over this side. Do I have shots on this? I mean, I do. Lovely. I even set him on fire. If he had an automatic fire extinguisher, that'd be very funny. It's the only bird for one tick. Oh, coordination. I spot the UDES apparently. Don't quite get a shot on that. It's worth taking that shot though. To help out the Type 59 as much as we can. Prototypo 6 is running. I can't spot him though. I won't be able to get a shot on him. 252U defender. Need to try and get a shot on this guy if I can. Good. And then just back off. Again, I'm a bit worried about the Prototypo 6 over there. So we need to make sure that we're aware of that. I mean, RT's very balanced. Lovely. I mean, I don't really know what the defender was doing. But, yeah. To be honest with you, I don't think the defender even knew what he was doing. Does any of them sit in a bush? They might do. What was the health on the UDES? 1,400. So he's basically full health, right? Yeah. Well, he's not in the immediate bushes. And now that that guy's dead, it's probably time to try and be a little bit more aggressive. There's still a turtle that hasn't been spotted, though. Like, where is Mr. Turtle if he's not spotted? Right, the UDES killed our Type 59, which is... Sorry, the turtle killed the Type... Right, so the turtle was at the back here. So the turtle will be at the back there. Because I don't think that he can die any other way. Yeah, he can't. So he will be over this way. So we just pre-aim this. Not a clean shot, really. That is quite an annoying angle to hit. See if we can move around a little bit and get a better angle. I mean, the IS-3, I just need him to peek up. And just spot this. Oh, hello. Oh, that's not gone very well. Okay. This is not good. I need to try and back off from this and not take another shot. Going to AP as well. This is very much where I wish this tank was faster. Right, he dies. Okay. I mean, we get the extra shot in. Like, it's actually fine. Okay. You know what? 3.5k? I'll take that. We kill the Proto and we kill that guy. They won't win because if the time runs out, we win. So, yeah, they would have to kill the Charioteer. Which I don't think the Turtle and the PTK are going to do so. And the UDES is actually going back to them, so they would never kill the artillery. Oh, so we actually got 4k. So, wait, did we hit the turtle? We actually hit the turtle, blind. Okay. Oh, that's a good enough game to end it on. Apply. We come top on damage. Yeah, wow, okay, me and this guy done a lot of damage. And for the total credit income, 58k. Okay, well, I mean, you know what? Out of those 3 games, we got 3.8k average, 100% win rate. It went a lot better than my other 5 games that I played before this. So the SU-130PM, is it better than the Skorpion? I think we've already discovered this, that it's down to personal preference. However, I personally don't like this tank. I don't like it at all. I much prefer the Skorpion G. I prefer the gun. I prefer the platform. And I would happily take the less camo for all the other benefits that I get. But that's not going to try and stop me from giving you the best opportunity to see what the tank can do in certain games. And that is why I didn't show you the 5 games before that, because they were all really bad games. And I know there'll be comments that say, well, I like the real life water tanks where you show the bad games. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work for YouTube. If you do want to watch real life water tanks, then follow me on Twitch or watch any other Twitch streamer really, and you'll see everybody gets the same kind of treatment with regards to RNG and bad games and sometimes good games. But hopefully I've done this tank justice-ish. I don't know. I mean, I don't like playing it, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one.